Tell me what you want, but a clean setup like that is just looking incredibly elegant. I love it. The only drawback, no phono stage input. That's meaning that if you need it, you have to consider or take in considerations or an external phono stage or go with a turntables with an integrated phono stage. And as always, I'm going to share with you guys my honest opinion about the new Marantz M1. But what is the M1? As you can see, is an ultra compact and elegant streaming amplifier, available for $1,000 in both Europe and US. And yes, is an Class D amplifier, otherwise it will be really difficult to put all this power just in such a compact space. 2.1 channel wireless streaming amplifier able to deliver 100 watts per channel in 8 ohm and 125 watt in 4 ohm. Frequency response 20 to 20 kHz and is compatible with 4 ohm nominal impedance speaker. Is equipped with both analog and digital input, and you can also connect it to your TV through the HDMI ARC that I also tested, and we'll speak just about it in a moment later. I was testing the M1 with many different speakers, but one in particular catch my attentions, and I'm speaking about the Elac DFR52. It's a speaker that was designed by Andrew Jones when he was working for Elac and is coming with a pretty dark tonality. Really beautiful speaker, but require a good matching amplifier to give a little bit of life to it. And is also an hungry speaker. And I remember I was comparing the M1 with also the Wiim AMP. By the way, we will have a shootout review with 4 different wireless amplifiers, streaming amplifier also coming soon. And there was a track that I was streaming from Tidal, Minnesota Orchestra, and a really beautiful track, and no way to deliver the dynamic, the energy, the big orchestra with the Wiim AMP and the DFR52. Nothing that was absolutely not a problem for the Marantz M1. And there I was really impressed. Basically, I pushed the M1 only at 65% of the power, where the Wiim AMP at maximum power was struggling. And I repeat the same test with the Rotel A11 just to compare it, and same things also there I was at 80% and was already struggling. So the power that is able to deliver the M1 is impressive. And I'm speaking about clean power, not just dynamic and power. Very clean. And I also let it run for a couple of hours before measuring the temperature, the surface temperature of the M1. You know, guys, that I had a high temperature if you saw my review of the Fosi Audio with mono, and I wanted to repeat this test, so I measured the temperature of the M1 after a couple of hours, but absolutely any problem. It's running really cool. Sound wave, surface, grill, beautiful. Is a really elegant amplifier, nothing to say about it. Construction's quiet, is solid, is heavy, look really nice. It's supporting high quality music up to 24 beats, 192 kHz, and DSD. DSD that I tested from USB connecting an hard disk to the USB input output, and for some reasons I was not able to play it. It was not recognizing the file. I'm still checking this, and I will give you an update in the coming soon shootout review comparison. And is using HEOS App to give you the access to all music services like Tidal, Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer. No, Qobuz unfortunately also is not supporting, as far as I understood, Chromecast, because I tried to at least streaming through Qobuz and Chromecast from my Android, but didn't work. So if you have Qobuz, you will need iOS with AirPlay. I test both configurations, wireless and with Ethernet, and I have to say that HEOS is really stable. I never had any problem. And the setup really took me only 15 minutes. Also, it could be that you have to press once the connect button on the back, but more than that, absolutely was really almost a plug and play. You will need an HEOS account to fully take advantages of the HEOS app. So I find that it's really look beautiful, is well organized, the home page. And if we move on settings, and we have a couple of functions that are really interesting. The first one is equalizations. It's really basic, is only about treble and bass. It's not sophisticated as the Wiim amplifier. That is also coming now with a room correction, so something really positive, especially if we take in considerations the really affordable price of Wiim AMP. But better than nothing will give you the possibility to adjust treble and bass from -5 to +5. What else? We can adjust the status light intensity or completely turn it off if you don't want it. I forget to say that the M1 is coming without remote control. Yes, I'm a remote control fan for the only reason that sometimes when I'm closing my eyes, streaming music, can be that I want to skip the music or crank up the volumes. And yes, I just don't want to open my eyes. I'm too lazy, open the phone, and I would like just to stay like that and do it directly with the remote control. Another thing, something that is a little bit hide, and if you go back on sources and, for example, select the TV source, we have the possibility to choose between low, medium and high, dialogue and answer. Are really cool functions. Of course, they took probably inspirations from the cinema series. And we have also night mode, also a really interesting functions that will compress the dynamic range. So difference between loud and soft sound. HEOS, I think that is very beautiful now, is well organized, there are a lot of functions, but it could be better in some small things. For example, when I try to drop my favorite track in my playlist. With the Wiim AMP, when I move to the playlist, I have a search bar, so I can find immediately the playlist that I'm looking for. Where on the HEOS I have to scroll everything till I found it. It's a little bit annoying to add a new track in the playlist. Of course, when you have huge playlists like me. But apart from this, I'm really satisfied with the HEOS app. One small trick, I didn't know it, I had to check the instructions, how you turn off your M1. Well, just press for a couple of seconds the touch screen play and pause button. But let's move to sound quality and setup in home theater. I test the M1 with my new 2.1 setup that we just reviewed a couple of weeks ago. And I'm speaking about the Orgon Audio, really budget-friendly setup with the on-wall Force 5 speaker. A beautiful setup, is under 500 bucks. I have two on-wall speaker and I have the subwoofer, also 8-inch subwoofer from Orgon Audio. So really I wanted to do something budget friendly for my bedroom. And here we have to speak about subwoofer management, because HEOS is giving you the possibility to cut your main speaker. High pass filter, that could be an improvement, but it could be also something negative. So it's not true that it's always something positive, because if your main speaker are already not a full range speaker, it could be that you will lose a little bit of mid-bass power and punchiness. So tested is really nice to have it, but it's not true that must be always on. Regarding the sound quality in home theater, nothing to say. I was really satisfied from the dialogue, especially dialogue and answer features. Really took intelligibility to another level. That combined with the M1 solid and full of power performance give me really a lot of fun by playing any movie. And here the first comparison with the Wiim amp is of course that now the Wiim amp is giving you the possibility to have not only a parametric 10 bands parametric equalizations, but a room corrections with your iPhone. I have to be honest, I didn't test it yet in my 2.1 setup. I have to do it also to understand if it's performing the room corrections of the subwoofer, yes or not. If you know it, please let me know. And it's available only for iOS devices. By the way, considering the price range of the Wiim amp, here I have to say that the Wiim amp is coming with a really great and full of features software app compared to the M1 that is good but excellent on Wiim. I test the M1 with many speakers like the Q Acoustics 5040, Elac DFIR 52, KF LS 50 Meta, and a speaker that I will tell you in the end. And the first things that I did was to check doing a comparisons with and without external DAC, just to check how good is the digital to analog converter of the M1. And I used the Eversolo plus the RME added to DAC FS, so great quality setup. And yes, I got a little bit more nuance, especially on the top end, that was also a little bit more refined, but was not a night and day difference. So I have to say that here Marantz engineer did a really great work. So no, basically you will not need an external DAC. And I moved to check some sound quality comparisons with different speakers. And I really enjoy matching the M1 with the KF LS 50 Meta. M1 solid and powerful bottom end combined with the clarity of the KF match really perfectly. Meta is coming with a pretty neutral tonality and I really enjoy this matching setup. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same with the 5040 from Q Acoustics, a speaker that I really like. Bass was here too warm and heavy for my personal taste, but it's something that is also coming from my room and the bass gain that has it, so could be that you have in your room a different, I'm doing like that because that's Italian, a different result. But in some way I found it vocal too analytic and the top end a little bit too edgy. Absolutely not a problem of power, the M1 can really handle our full range speaker without any problem, but I don't know, I just didn't enjoy this match. I found that, in my opinion, a neutral or dark speaker, it could work better with the M1, and that's why I moved to the Elac DFR 52, where I got the answer to my questions, and the pair with M1 was simply fantastic. I played this beautiful percussion track where M1 delivered an impressive scale and dynamic second to any all-in-one streaming amplifier that I have here at home. Soundstage was not only wide and well defined, but percussion's attack appeared to me with a great rhythm and really rapid. But is in Kraftwerk the roots that the M1 really shown what is capable of. Sound effect placement was pinpointed, precisely located inside a pitch black and very wide soundstage. And I'm not finished, the M1 was the only amplifier, I'm speaking about compact streaming amplifier, able to reach sub-bass infrasonic notes. No way to go so deep with the Wiim amp, where the M1 not only showed more authority but also more confidence. The scale, the dynamic that the M1 was delivered was really impressive, and I moved to another track that I really loved, that from Victor Wooten. And here picked strings were really detailed and crispy, where the Wiim never reached such an high textures and definitions. The level of details in the M1 is pretty impressive. Now, I don't want to make it a review about how M1 is good compared to Wiim in sound quality, also because the price difference is pretty high. But it is a night and day difference in my opinion, and you will notice it immediately. And I have to say that I love the Wiim amp, really love it, and is a bargain in his retail price, especially if we take in considerations the app, the software that is just probably the best one out there. But sound quality point of view, here I have to say that M1 Marantz did a fantastic job. I moved to more test and I took the SVS that I just purchased, the Ultra Evolutions bookshelf speaker that has a very neutral and extended profile. It's a speaker with a tight bass and crispy top end. And that's what I got by drive it with the M1. M1 is not a warm amplifier, is not an amplifier that it will smooth your speaker if this is what you are looking for. It's not an amplifier for your coldest winter months, but is full of life, always ready to squeeze the most out of any speaker, still conserving a great musicality. Is exciting, it is, but never aggressive, something that I really like. And I wanted to do a last test with the Magnepan LRS Plus. I generally don't take out the LRS because I would like to say that are not easy to drive, they require good amount of power. And I mean, you can drive it also with less power, they will work, but something is work and something is make it sing. But M1 made me want to give it a try. A very spaciousness performance, a very deep soundstage. Actually, I don't know if you checked my video where I did an upgrade of the Magnepan with a sort of Magnerizer stand. Not the official one, but a TV stand, cheap TV stands, and I got great performance. The only things that, check my video, I will let it in descriptions, is that the speakers are no more invisible like before. By the way, the drum intro in this Vanessa Fernandez track was so impactful. Vanessa's voice was solid, airy, holographic inside the soundstage. And I was playing the M1 only at 60% of the volume. So guys, really live because I sent an email to the Marantz management asking about Qobuz and Chromecast, and here the answer: since the M1 is using our HEOS network, Qobuz is definitely on the roadmap later this year. We will also certify these units with Run Ready, and it will get Tidal Connect and support Deezer Hi-Fi very soon. So a live email that just arrived from Massimo, consumer, nice to have it, and that it's arrived during my recording of this review. So in the end, I will probably say, at least from my test, for my environments, that M1 was working better with neutral or dark tonality speaker. I will definitely not go with vivid or bright speaker. Not that the M1 is bright, it's not for this, but just because it's full of details, really clean, and with an high textures that could make the matching with such speaker a little bit too sharp. So far, best compact wireless streaming amp that I ever tested is a benchmark for me. Up now, M1 is the most cleaner, the most dynamic, the most powerful, the most musical, the most revealing, is really shining. To play music through the M1, it will give you this full of life experience. HEOS is not on the level of Wiim, for example, and I really would like to see soon the Qobuz implementation, but it's coming, and first of all, is stable, something that I really love. It is an amp you want to listen to. From it out is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you test it, if you have it, if you will take in considerations to do it, and subscribe, hit the like button. See you soon. Peace and love.